Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here today. I am Tonya Hofmann, your ghost, that is so funny, your host for the hour and a half. However long it's going to take us now. It should only take us about 15, 30 minutes because I know that your day is precious. And that's really what we're here to talk about today is e-commerce. Why e-commerce? Because aren't you ready for things to be simple? That is my world. Simplification, KISS method, keep it simple. We'll leave off the rest. So that's what I want to get into this atmosphere tonight is how to use e-commerce, how to use it effectively, how to market, and then what is it? Why should you even be in it, right? Why should you even want to do some e-commerce? Because I get this all the time. Now, I own the Public Speakers Association. I started in 2013. And this is a question that I get every time I'm any place, is always about how to do business online. Now, you've got to realize that if you feel like you're like, I don't feel like I've even caught up with this yet. Most of you have, and you don't realize it. Okay, so we're going to talk about kind of the reality of our world. Now, some of you really haven't. Because if you look at it, when I was a host, I had retail stores. Okay, I'm talking brick and mortar retail back in the 90s. Okay, this is before the internet. I remember when we first got that first, it's like had the orange yellow screen, right? Oh my gosh. So this was before we even had the opportunity to put our stores online. Now, you've got to realize with regular retail, brick and mortar, the overhead is enormous. You look at grocery stores, they're trying to get 1% profit. On my retail stores, we were getting around 5 to 6% profit. So we were doing $1 million a year. Yeah. So that meant that we were working 7 days a week, 12, 14-hour days, especially this time of year, and only making about $50,000 a year. It looked like we were making a lot because, you talk about stacks of cash. Back then, people used cash and checks, right? Using a credit card was like, right? I'm aging myself, I know. So when we got out of traditional retail, that's when we're like, what? You mean things are going online? Oh my gosh. Inventory, setting everything up, being there every hour of the hour, right? Waiting for someone to come in, doing yellow page ads that was around $1,500 a month. Yeah. We did a one-time radio spot. That was their favorite number, by the way. $1,500 for one-time radio spot that brought nobody in, by the way. So let's kind of dive in and really talk a little bit about e-commerce and what this really all means. All right, so let me share you my screen. All right, so everyone should see the screen now. So e-commerce, why and how to make it simple. This is what we're about today. And I put a little bit of, I have this little thing about cryptocurrency. That's for another day, but I just use the same picture. So we are experiencing really a digital revolution. This is one of the things that I was just like blown away with. So we are really living in unprecedented change. Everything is in motion. Everything is changing. We have got to get ourselves up to speed. And I know if you're like me, I always feel like I'm behind the 8 ball. I always feel like that by the time I start to really kind of grasp a concept, it's almost too late. So that's why I want to do a lot of these webinars, is to get everybody up to speed, because I feel like this is kind of my duty. If I can figure these things out, anybody can, because it's really not that complicated. So first I want to talk a little bit about Mr. Robert McNulty. Now this man is so impressive, okay? He is the founder of shopping.com. Now you may not remember it because it was about 35 years ago, right? And he sold it to Compact for $300 million. Now, Compact is also dating us, right? But he is the first to institute the everyday low price strategy, right? Now, this guy has been doing e-commerce forever. He is the grandfather, literally, of the e-commerce world. So why do I bring him up? Because I'm going to bring him back up in a minute, but he's kind of my inspiration and kind of, you know, grabbing into this world right now. So I'm really stepping in it with you. We're going to experience this together because it's never about doing things alone. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that's the way they always feel. They're like, I'm going to go do something and I've got to figure it all out and I won't know how to do it. I'm going to tell you right now, that's the worst way to do it, because there are resources now and there's nice people that want to help. So let's hold hands and do this, all right? Now we look at e-commerce. We look at brick and mortar versus click and order. Now, this is the statistics that just kind of really blows me away. Brick and mortar is losing a lot of grounds. I mean, I just go out during the holiday season to go shopping, and I'm like, oh, what happened to that store? Where does that one go? I mean, I was like blown away. And how many of them have signs, you know, won't be here long? Because that's not where people are shopping. We are going to Amazon. We are going to e-commerce. We are going online. This year, I did about 80% of my holiday shopping online. And there's a lot of psychology in that, right? I mean, one of it is, ding dong, I got a present. That's what it always feels. Even when I'm buying something for someone else, when it comes to my door and I open up the door and there's a box there, I'm like, wow. It's also the convenience. Because in reality, in today's world, we are busy people, especially here in the United States. But even the world is getting to the point where they're like, time for a nap? What? Time to actually sleep? What? So this is the reality. We don't have enough time to go to the mall. I mean, if you think of the last time you went to the mall, how long did it take you to drive there, park, walk through it, find what you're needing, and then get out? It takes too long. It usually takes me, if we go and do something like, it's like a half a day. You're like, what? Where did all that time go? I mean, it just always blows me away. And people realize too, when they go and experiencing places like that, a lot of times they overspend because it's, oh, look at this, oh, look at that, right? Where if they go online, they can get what they're looking for. Not that we don't go, oh, what is this too? But, you know, it's also focused. When we have less time, that's time, we could get anything else back but time. We can spend money, but we're making money back. At least that's the theory. We'll talk about that in a minute. But really, when it's about taking our time away, we cannot get it back. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons. And the whole instant gratification of getting something, clicking on it, and then you're waiting. It's like that, looking through that window, you know, waiting. It's like open. Plus, if you're like me, the other day I was like, oh, I'm going to go look for that present. I didn't think about it being already 10:30 at night and that the store would be closed. Because I'm so used to shopping online and everything being open, I don't even think about store hours. So I was really shocked. I'm like, oh yeah, they wouldn't be open now. So it's just the direction that everything is kind of going. So let's take a little peek at really some opportunities, because I'm going to show you what's actually available. So before we take this peek, I want to kind of throw a lot of different ideas your direction of what I see out in the marketplace. there's a lot of websites that have all kinds of e-commerce. So what is e-commerce? It just means you could go and buy something. So you could go buy services. You could go buy an oil change, right? You could go buy products. But nowadays, people want a deal. So even when I offer something for, if I'm doing a program to teach people how to start their own TV show or whatever I'm doing, I usually always throw in bonuses or a deal or a special offer, because that's just kind of the rhetoric that's been created over these years. I mean, even for you, think about the last time you went shopping and you got that deal. My sister went on and on and on about all the things that she got this year from all these websites and the deals that she got from them. So when you start looking at doing e-commerce, that's one of the really important parts, is the deal factor. Because you have different experiences. If you're going to go to a retail brick and mortar, you're going to have to then walk in and you have that certain experience that you're expecting when you walk in. Now, a lot of the stores are giving you more of an experience, because a lot of times now we aren't really wanting to walk in and no one talk to us. We want experiences. So that's a lot of what you see happening in retail stores, is they're beefing it up because they know that they have to have something different than the internet. Because on the internet, people are looking for deals. Just like in their own brick and mortar store, even though they're giving you an experience, they still provide some type of deal or gain, incentives. So also think through that when you're thinking about your own e-commerce store. Now, I like simplification. We talked about that at the beginning. How can I create something that's kind of done for me, right? Just click, push, and boom. That's always fun. So you remember I mentioned McNulty a little bit ago. Well, he's created these incredible websites that you could buy into. So when I found out about him, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got to share this with the world, because this is amazing. So let me show you. Let's see. I've got to figure out in show, and I'll come back. Oops. Come back to that. So y'all should be able to see my desktop now. And this is a website that I'm about to launch. It's called My Pretty Price. And my husband's launching a organic natural products one as well. But as you see, we're going to have, special coloring, and have my logo up there. But it says right here, ships worldwide and carries 33,000 brand names. Now, this isn't just about having a website where you literally have products that no one even knows about. So that's one of the really important things, is to have products that people can compare. They can compare an apple to an apple. They're not comparing an apple to a banana, okay? So when I first saw that I could create this website, I'm like, okay, well, let me see what kind of products. Well, here's just a few. So Lancome, right? Normally $32, $38.52. So this website actually has all of the products ready to go and ship. It's already at a price. And as you can see, it's already way discounted. Now, if you look, this one's like, the first one's $34 and it's $14.03. You don't have to deal with any of the pricing. All you do is people go to it and boom, there it is. Isn't that brilliant? Then people can go, okay, well, that's fine and everything, but I'm really looking for my brand. So when I looked at it, I wanted Becca. That's a brand that I use a lot. So I went and I said, well, let me see what Becca, I just bought that finishing powder for $35 at the brick and mortar Sephora store, right? So I bought it for $35 and I could have gotten it for $11.22. I'm like, okay, that's it for me. I'm having my own website so I can get things cheaper myself. It's funny how we react to things, right? So I mean, I was like, oh my gosh. So I was looking at all of the same things that I buy, and I could not believe that I could get them so much cheaper, right? Now, this is already done for you. It's ready to go. So that is what is so amazing about this, is it's already kind of done for you. So you could go to anything. So one of my friends, her favorite is Bobbi Brown. And if you're familiar, that's available at Neiman's and the very high-end stores, right? So just like here, you've got a brush that used to be $36 and now it's $33. So people can save no matter what their, brand is. They also have, Bare Essentials. I mean, you name it, they got it in here. It just goes on and on. And here's Clinique, right? Y'all know that one. Estee Lauder. So it's all the things that you're looking for. Now, they have 4 different themes. They have beauty. They have the organic natural products. They have pets. And then they also have a Christian store. So my friend invited me to look at the pets one. So here's crates, right? And I'm like, darn, I've spent so much money on that crate the other day, getting ready for Christmas. So here it is, right? They're all discounted. So someone can go on there, see, and you can click on more info. It takes you to the more info page, and boom. So you can go and create your own store, all done for you, as easy as that is. And then, what's great is they're going to come out with other themes. And you can have as many stores as you want, but then you could go and promote it. So people ask me, well, how are you going to promote it? So say you're like, oh my gosh, I love this blush by, or let's go back to, there was one that we saw earlier. Oh, I clicked on a different one. But let's say, I don't know, say this one is $14. So we click on info. So what you could do is you could take the picture of the item and you've got this great price, right? You can make a little small ad and post it on your Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, right? You can start promoting that they could get it for, instead of $21, they could get it for $14.03. Buy today, price will go up soon, right? And then you can click them right over to this particular page. While they're there, of course, who isn't going to look around? So that is a very easy way to get people excited. Now, ladies, let's talk you and me. If you find a really awesome website where you can get this kind of discounts, do you not tell everyone? So you know that people are going to be sharing these things like crazy. Especially your friends, right? Oh my gosh, you should check out this website. And it's all done. I'm just so blown away. So when you're looking at marketing, you also want a lot of really awesome information so that you're doing it right. And this is one of the things that you have to kind of look at in the perspective. Whoops, wrong button, sorry about that. From current slide. You need to look at what else are you going to need? What else are you going to have to learn to even expand it beyond your Facebook page? Because that's really where it starts to kind of create that momentum. That's what we want you to do, because there's no reason that you can't. And it doesn't matter that there might be, say you want to do a beauty one and I'm doing a beauty one. Who cares? I mean, how many women are in this world? And you saw it was available worldwide. So it does not matter who you are, you have a different list than I do. So yeah, oh no, there's one person who has the exact same, you know, you had one person who knows both of us. Who cares? So it's always about focusing on a market and then letting them know. And that's really what it is. But you still need some education. So what does this all mean? We've got an awesome package. It's the EProfit System. It's turnkey, like I said. You get the entire website already ready for you done, okay? You get fully stocked online stores, brand name products, supply chain, website hosting, your brand logo, right? Tracking, pricing, weekly featured products. So you don't have to deal with any of that. You can tell how many people are coming and everything. Merchant account already set up. You just pop it in, done. You're just, it's so easy. Commissions from sales of the products in the stores are deposited directly into your bank account. But that's awesome. But you also get store customization, high converting sales pages, which is really important, recommended apps. And remember, this shows up on people's phones, tablets, their desktops, everywhere, right? It's got to be able to do all of that. Email marketing and integrated into all of that. So it's a $2,000 one-time purchase, okay? And then it's $105 a month. Now that $105, if you want to create a couple stores, then it's just $105 per month per store. So like my husband and I are going to be doing 2 stores, so we just pay $105 per store. We don't have to buy the $2,000 package twice. Make sense? Yeah, my husband's happy about that. So if you have any questions, and of course we are always here to help you and help you figure this all out, then that's what we're here for, right? Is really to kind of gravitate you into this world of ours called e-commerce, to talk to people everywhere and to help support them. Because if you think about, I always think about that poor person this time of year in the middle of Wyoming who doesn't have a store around the corner and it's freezing outside, but they've got their laptop, they've got their phone, and they're going to go shopping. So it might as well be on your website, your support, your help, and your products, right? So that's really how exciting it is. So thank you for being on today. Again, my name is Tonya Hofmann. I'd love to support you. Go and talk to the person who invited you to here today. If it was me, awesome. Get connected to me. I would love to help you. I'm going to post in here the my number, and then also my email address. So if you have any questions, you can reach out and talk to me there. And then let's get you up and going. That's what it's really all about. If you're watching this on the video, you can go to Tonya Hofmann. Remember, Tonya was an O, Hofmann 1 F, 2 N's, like Frank and Nancy.com, and love to help you. If you have any questions, right?